hand in hand. We'll walk hand in hand someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We are not afraid this day. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we are not afraid today. We are not alone. Look around you. We are not alone. We are not alone. We are not alone today. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we are not alone today. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. And we will! Yes! Are our speakers ready yet? Go for it.
We could go a little longer because there's still a bunch of people at the Basilica.
Oh, okay.
Am I off stage now? Yes, there she is!
Give Marilyn, this is Marilyn Miller. She helps us with every single thing. Incredibly wholehearted. And a good woman. And a nasty woman. Hi, everybody. Let's see, we're going to start. It's a little late, but we still have buses coming up from the Basilica. We've got 2 or 3 or 4 more buses coming up, but we don't want everybody standing in the snow for too long. So, thank you for coming out. I know people came from all over CD19 to be here with us today, and we're super flattered that you did that. We put a tremendous amount of work into this, and there are a lot of moving parts, but I know that there are other really well-organized marches today, so we're very grateful that you chose to come to Hudson. Hudson rocks. And anyway, we're going to have a much better party. The Basilica! I'll get to that part. Okay, let's see. We're celebrating the first annual History-Making Women's March. Unfortunately, exactly a year ago, Trump was sworn in. But here's the irony, that we're celebrating his 1-year anniversary with a government shutdown. Ironic, isn't it? I mean, I thought I would just be so tired of winning. What happened to the winning? I thought it would be appropriate, I stumbled across this the other night, to share the opening lines from The Tale of Two Cities. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was an age of wisdom. It was the age of foolishness and small hands. It was the epic of belief, and it was the epic of incredulity and fake news. It was the season of light, and it was the season of darkness. It was the spring of hope, and it was our winter of despair. We had everything before us, and we had nothing before us. We were all going directly to heaven, and we were all going directly to Mar-a-Lago. In short, the period was so far like the present period that some of its noisiest authorities insisted on it being received for good or evil in a superlative degree of comparison only. Does it ring a bell?
Yep.
Okay. It's so important that I've been a lifelong activist, and my friends always thought I was crazy. And what I have seen in the last year, it swells my heart and makes my job much easier and much harder because there are more of you. But what we've seen, what this administration has woken up in this country and around the world is the women's vote. And we saw that in the 2017 cycle. It was the women's vote that changed the outcomes of most of those elections. And not the least of which, the black women's vote. Right? So I think it's also important, people keep asking me, why are we doing this? It's important for community building, also to show our strength and to speak our words, to speak out. But we are going to rock the vote in 2018, and we are going to flip the house, and we're going to follow John Faso. Maybe we could get a job.
Or not.
Dog catcher.
Yeah.
I don't think he likes dogs.
I got work for him.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think he likes dogs, or he likes dogs as much as he likes women.
Uh-oh.
Not good.
No.
So anyway, a basic law of physics is that equal measures of pressure create stability, right? So a wall stands because the pressure on both sides are equal. And if that was not the case, it would fall over. So the harder this administration pushes, the harder we're going to push back. This last year has been an all-out war on women, and women have responded with action and wholeheartedness. It's been an exhausting year. I know everybody is feeling that. But we're racing to a critical turning point. Shift happens.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We had some enormous wins in 2017, and terrific diversity. That was something also that was, it was just amazing. The first Syrian immigrant of some town in Montana, unseated, an 8-term incumbent.
Wow.
We have trans that are serving, public servants now. We have people of all colors and all genders and all sexualities. A little different than 8 men in the back of a room.
That's right. Yeah. Yes, that's right.
Feminism is a word of the year. Does everybody know that?
Yeah.
Merriam-Webster's word of the year is feminism. There's a reason for that. Women's rights are human rights.
Yeah.
When we vote, we win, and our bodies are not the battleground. We did not organize my group, the many groups, the resistance groups that are part of this. We did not organize to give you hope. We organized to give you power. And if I had better knees, I would take the knee in solidarity, but somebody else maybe could do that as my proxy. Well, maybe not. Oh, there she goes. Okay, it's my great pleasure to introduce Dee Dee Bauer. Where's Dee Dee? She's a great friend, and she's not just an assembly person. She's one of us. She has a lifetime of activism, so we don't scare her, which is a good thing, because Faso wouldn't be standing here today, right? Longtime advocate for women and girls, Dee Dee spearheaded the creation of the Duchess Girls Collaborative, and was formerly a trustee of the Anderson Foundation for Autism, a lifetime advocate for women and girls, I said that already, collaborative, so she helped launch and is a board member of the Northeast Duchess Fund, NED of the Berkshire Taconic Community Foundation. She helped create the pioneering NED Core Program and served on its affiliated Latino Roundtable. I shortened it, okay? I edited it pretty terrifically.
Thank you.
I lost where I was. Member Foundation. Anyway, here's Dee Dee. She's going to speak a lot better than I can. Hudson! Everybody wake up? You look so fantastic. You look fabulous. You really do. It's so wonderful to see this great group here in Hudson. So, it's 2018. Do you know where your country is? Not in a great place. So there's some of us in this crowd who actually remember 50 years ago, and the fact that we're in 2018, it marks the 50th anniversary of the assassinations of both Martin Luther King at the age of 39 and Robert Kennedy at the age of 42. Which was a moment in time where we had so much hope and we thought there was so much possibility, and we saw tragedies happen that really shook us to the core. And here we are 50 years later, still struggling with so many of the same issues around equality and opportunity and fairness and diversity and inclusion and things that we really thought that we were on top of 50 years ago. So here we are in 2018, and we have a president who doesn't believe that women should be able to make choices about their own bodies. Not only will we see it in his actions, we saw him speak to the anti-choice rally this week in Live My Life, but we know we're for life. We're for life. Stand your time here and see your side. We stand with you. But we also see it in his behavior, and the way he's treated women, and the way he talks about women. This is 2018. This is not where we should be. We also see, here we are in 2018, that we have a government that would rather shut down than take care of dreamers, of hundreds of thousands of young people who are here in America, who are our friends and our neighbors and our students and our family members and our colleagues and our employees and our bosses. And yet, they'd rather shut down the government than pass a reasonable immigration policy. This is 2018. We've got to do better than that.
Yes.
This is 2018, and you know what we have in 2018, another election. This is our opportunity to make change happen in both houses of Congress, to make the New York State Senate true blue. To keep the seats like mine that we already have, but make change happen in all of our communities. And we saw that in this last November when we elected some fantastic women and fantastic people here in Columbia County and throughout the Hudson Valley. And you know we want to continue doing that, right?
Yes.
Change is going to come. And we heard in 2018 the Me Too movement take on a power using social media using the hearts and the passions of women and men who have been abused and mistreated by the patriarchal model that says people in power should be guys who can tell you what you do with your body and tell you what you need to do for your career, and that's no longer okay. We need to change that model. I'm sure most of you heard over at the Golden Globes or afterward talk about a new day on the horizon. And her voice was the moral voice that we've been missing for the last year. We need people to speak out like that. And we want to be part of making sure that new day happens. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for being part of this march. And I'm counting on you to join with me to be part of ensuring that that new day on the horizon is fair and equitable and makes women at the table everywhere that we should be. Thank you. If you don't know me, my name is Pam Klein, and I am so happy to see all of you. Thousands of women who will no longer be silent. And it makes me think of Maya Angelou's words. While one may encounter many defeats, one must not be defeated. I am honored to introduce some women in our community who make me very proud to be a woman. Jabin Ahmed Ruhi is an activist, an artist, and an educator, a writer. And as she will tell you, she is a very proud Muslim. Jabin was raised in Hudson and is one of the founders of the Hudson Muslim Youth Organization. She is an educator and board member for Wise Bodies and an advisor for the Long Table Harvest.
A little short. So, my name is Jabin Ahmed, and it is a great honor to be standing in front of such strong, dedicated, and powerful individuals. I would like to thank everyone here for dedicating their time and energy to take a stand for human rights of women all over the United States. While making my way towards 7th Street today, to attend this march, I was trying to figure out which aspect of human rights was the most important to focus on. And after several moments of thinking, I realized that every aspect is important for us to focus on because we're not going to compromise anything anymore for anybody. Today, when we march, we're fighting for millions of women and children who are homeless and on the brinks of poverty due to domestic violence. We are marching for equal pay, equitable access to reproductive rights, and adequate maternal care. We are marching to end violence against women, to end human trafficking and sex slavery. We are marching to end the inhumane treatment of women in prisons. We are marching so that no man will ever have the audacity to say, grab her by the pussy. Because the great woman once said, the pussy grabs back. Thank you everyone for being here to make and change history. Peace and blessings.
It is hard to believe that after all these years, Columbia County finally has a woman coroner. And that woman is also a distinguished doctor who served as senior medical examiner for the city of New York. Dr. Cricket Coleman worked as senior medical examiner for 10 years before moving to Columbia County and continuing her work at the Dutchess County Medical Examiner's Office in Poughkeepsie.
As a result of Dr. Coleman's overwhelming election in November, Columbia County can now claim her as their own.
Hi everybody, thanks for coming. This is the first time I've ever spoken to more than 10 people at a time. Bear with me. In the months leading up to the 2016 election, as I drove through the back roads of Columbia County, I'd see Trump sign after Trump sign and symbols of blatant and horrifying misogyny directed at our first potential female president. My spirit sank with each jail her sign and with every blonde-topped effigy. This can't be my county, I thought. This cannot possibly be my country. My apprehension turned into fear and disbelief and then finally into misery as I watched forward a little Trump. I had to go to bed early leaving my stunned guest sitting silently on my couch. Like many of you, I spent a good deal of time after the election, depressed, outraged, agonizing about the injustice of it all. For months, I felt I had no agency, no voice, and I felt that any faith in my fellow humans that I had been dashed. A year ago, people across the country came together to protest the newly sworn-in president, and I was proudly among them. The day before that first march, Inauguration Day, I avoided watching the inauguration of a bigoted, pussy-grabbing, racist liar to the highest office in the country that I love. This was not my president. I was ashamed of what we, as the most powerful democracy in the world, had done. I thought about that self-inflicted wound and wondered if it could ever heal. I know wounds. Wounds is my area of expertise. I've testified in court, had fatal wounds were inflicted about the damage they cause. I worked on Ground Zero after 9/11, and as Pam said, I was a medical examiner in New York City for 10 years. And one of the reasons I moved to Columbia County was to escape that cloud of death that I dealt with every day, and to live someplace where I could see the world blossom and watch it grow. A year ago, I couldn't shake the feeling that we had just dealt ourselves the ugliest fatal wound in history. My friends, my husband, and I drove up to the Women's March in Albany. When we got there, I felt an exhilarating rush of positive energy. As we stood shoulder to shoulder, the air was filled with defiance, contempt, and much to my surprise, hope. I felt that unity with a thrilling strength that I could never have imagined, whether that energy came from the 6,000 people marching in Albany, the over 5 million people worldwide, or even just the beaming face of my friend's 12-year-old daughter. I understood the power we held together is palpable and coherent, and it was up to us to make our voices heard. What I didn't know is that moment of unity and resistance would change my life. On that day in Albany a year ago, I may as well have been standing on the top of a mountain, skis pointed downhill, poles planted firmly in the snow, waiting to just go. I knew it was time to act, and a few days later I emailed a local community organizer and a prominent member of the town board. I asked her how I could get involved, as I had zero experience in politics before. With her help, I joined the Columbia County Democratic Committee. They asked me to run for office. I laughed. I didn't laugh because I thought they were joking, but because it was terrifying to me. Laughter was my response to this impossible notion of me standing up in front of people, giving speeches, asking for their support, and asking for money. As a medical examiner, I've seen some pretty horrifying things, but this really terrified me. I had been living in Columbia County full-time for only 3.5 years. I had zero political experience, zero knowledge about running for office, very little knowledge about how government worked, or definitely no experience in how a campaign works. For an introvert with a major phobia of public speaking, this didn't seem like a good idea to me. My inner voice yelled, "You're a carpetbagging introvert with a fear of public speaking. Did I mention you're a woman? And you're a Democrat? And you'll never win. So you might as well go for it," and that's what I did. and much to my surprise, I won. This is something I think about often. There's so much talk these days that we're divided by our skin color, our religion, our gender, who we love, and how we make a living. And yet we all just want to live and die with dignity. Despite my inner voice, and some outside ones as well, telling me I would lose, I ran. I ran because I wanted to give all the 12-year-old girls in the audience today, and all the young girls, the kind of hope that 12-year-old girl gave me a year ago. You can affect change, you can make a difference, and we will march and we will stand together beside you and behind you until we fulfill that promise. These days is Corona, I drive the same backcountry roads and most of the signs have been taken down. Corona isn't exactly what I wrote in my journal under what I want to be when I grow up, nor is it as glamorous as you might expect. But every time I get a call to go and bear witness to the end of a human life, I'm reminded of our fragility as a species, and I live ever more committed to the goal of complete, unwavering, unquestionable equality.
Yes. That's right.
We are all born, and we all die. It's what we do in between that matters. There's an agenda at work in our government right now that tells large swaths of people in no uncertain terms that they don't matter. Black people, women, immigrants, children, members of the LGBTQ community. It is regressive and it is outrageous and it is unacceptable. So I urge you to write that email, to get involved in ways you never thought possible. Together we must create a world we can proudly hand down to the next generation and the one after that. We can matter and we do matter. Thank you.
November 2017 was the year women stepped up to the plate in Columbia County with resounding success. Kathy Leck Eldridge made a very successful bid for Greenport Town Supervisor. Kathy represents an amazing role model for all of us who need to follow her lead. Hey, how are you? Thanks for coming. When I was elected as the town supervisor in Greenport, I was told you were the first woman supervisor in the town of Greenport. It never occurred to me. Why? I will tell you. 3 females ran on the November ballot, but we didn't run as women. We ran as 3 competent, strong individuals with a focused, issue-based campaign. We talked to the voters and we showed them our ability to be committed, capable decision makers and make good local leaders. And here I am, the first woman supervisor in the town of Greenport. The art now, I'm nervous, is to not separate ourselves, but to remain gender neutral and with a collaborative effort, get the work done.
Yes.
We already have the platform. We need to get involved, be proactive, not reactive, and if there's anybody out there that wants to run for an elected office, don't do it because you're a woman. Do it because you want to remain unified. I keep my voice low, and I learn through education and activism, and I stand up for what is right. And all through my life, there has always been an individual that I looked up to and said, I want to be just like that person when I grow up. And to this day, there's still an individual out there that I say, I want to be just like that person when I grow up. Please remember, as you do this, in closing, I encourage you to take the challenge. There will always be opposition, but power is what you take, and respect is what you earn. Thank you. Hi everybody, I'm back. Let's see, we do have something to thank. I need to actually, I've never put the two words together, the P word and then the T word.
No.
I have never said them together. Okay, well you know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
We do have something to thank him for.
What?
All of you.
Yeah.
It's true. I don't know how many days it took you to peel yourself up off the floor, but it was about 3 for me. And we got into action, and we've been in action ever since. So give yourselves a hand. Really. Really. Okay, I have the great pleasure, Elena Mosley, everybody knows Elena Mosley, right? She sent me 2 sentences for her introductory remark. She's been at this for 30 years, so she's a community activist, which is a total understatement, involved with women's rights since 1997. Elena served as the president of the Hudson Business and Professional Women's Club, secretary to their New York State board, and helped lobby for equal pay day on several occasions. This is not even the tip of the iceberg of what this woman has done and what she's capable of. Elena Mosley. Yes, I'm down here. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Speak a little, okay, yeah, sure. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for coming. And I just want to say that it's just so important for us to be here, and I really want to thank the families who brought their children, because this is their era and their future that we're fighting for. Of course, there's many things that I like to do, but being a mother and a wife has always been number one, because I know and always knew back then that my children were going to inherit the world that we set before them. So I'm not going to touch on all the issues because our speakers before us mentioned so many things. Jabin did a wonderful job going down the list of the issues, and like she said, they're all important. So I just want to speak to women who are out there working and being the mom and sometimes being the breadwinner, being the wife, raising their families, and getting up and going to work every day, knowing that equality is not in the workplace. And this is something we can't forget. So I'm going to bring up an issue. It's equal pay day. It's coming again this Tuesday, April 10th, 2018. So don't just come today. Look around and see what you can do for tomorrow. So for those of you, I just want to give you a little bit of history of what happened and where this came from. The Equal Pay Day was started by the National Committee on Pay Equity in 1996. So we go back, and the point is to highlight the gap between men and women's wages. It's held every April to symbolize how long it takes a woman to catch up to men. So if you and the male counterpart started working on January 1st, 2017, it will take you as a woman till April 10th, 2018 to catch up to his wage from the previous year. Now, doesn't that sound crazy? Because that means you're already behind for 2018. And the reason why Equal Pay Day is held on a Tuesday is to symbolize the previous week of what a man would earn, and it would take a woman to the following Tuesday to equal that paycheck. Now, this has been going on for years, but the movement has been under the radar. So I want to bring it to your attention because it should be front and center with everything else, because it affects everything that we do.
In 1963, President John Kennedy signed the Equal Pay Law, which made it illegal to pay women lower rates for the same job as their male counterparts. This is on the basis of gender. Now, at that time, women earned 59 cents to every dollar that a male was earning. In 2000, women were earning 74 cents, according to what a man was making for the same job. In 2009, President Barack Obama overturned a Supreme Court decision that said employers could not bring a salary discrimination suit if more than 180 days passed since the initial race discrimination occurred. So some of you may remember, this is the Lee-Ledbetter Fair Pay Act. The act prohibits gender-based discrimination and allows women to fight back against discrimination in the workplace regardless of when it began. So I ask you, are we making progress? Not yet. It's just a little bit. In 2014, Senate Republicans unanimously blocked legislation on equal pay. The bill would have made it illegal for employers to punish workers who discuss their salaries. The aim was to close a wage gap that found women making 77 cents for every dollar that a man earned. If you can shut us up and we don't talk about it, and nobody talks about it in the workforce, then maybe we don't do anything about it. We'll go home as if nothing happens, as if we're not smart enough to know that. We know it because we're working our butts off.
That's right. That's right.
Now, sadly to say, this number is not true for all women. While women across all races and ethnicities lag behind those of white men, as well as the men in their own racial or ethnic group, minority women face greater challenges in this regard. Data from the 2016 studies illustrates that while white non-Hispanic women make 83 cents for every dollar, black women make 66 cents, and Hispanic women make 60 cents. That's right, boo. So where are we now? Well, on March 27th, President Donald Trump pulled back the 2014 Fair Pay and Safe Workplaces Order put in place by President Obama to protect women in the workplace. That's right, boom. That's right, if Obama did it, he gotta undo it, I mean. It's clear that women's fight for equal pay and work opportunities is far from over. In fact, it'll take us, if we still do nothing, 169 years for the world to completely close the economic gender gap. Equal Pay Day is a reminder that despite some progress, the wage gap persists, and women have ways to go when it comes to economic equality. If current trends continue, Hispanic women will wait 232 years for equal pay. Black women will wait 108 years. Now, I don't know how old you are. But no matter how many group shakes and how much my daughter tries to tell me to be a vegetarian vegan, I'm going to be dead. But I want to know that my descendants don't have to wait that long for what we need today. So when you hear things about Equal Pay Day, it's Tuesday, April 10, 2018. World Red. That has always been the color. I remember doing things here so many years ago, and meeting when the Spotty Dog first opened up, when the hotel here was jumping, and having things for Equal Pay Day and going up to Albany and lobbying and wearing red. So don't let you or your family or friends forget. Keep that date out. These flyers that I have, some that I have, there's a few that are being passed around. First of all, don't leave it on the ground, because we want to make our mark and we don't want to make it a negative one. Take it, there's a few of them, share it. But on the bottom, there are some online sites that will tell you more about Equal Pay Day, and there's some interesting articles like mothers in college having declining access to on-campus childcare. Things like that. There's so many things that tap into equal pay. So as women, we already know how many things we do from sun up to sundown. But we need women and men and all the families and everybody here to make sure that equality in the workplace is right up there with all the issues that we have today. So thank you so much for hearing me. Be good to yourself, be good to your community, and stand up for your political view. Thank you.
Erin Stamper represents the very best in political grassroots organizing. An experienced campaigner, Erin has worked in both Ohio and Wisconsin elections before spending nearly a decade in public radio in Washington, D.C. Most recently, Erin managed the Columbia County campaigns for coroner and sheriff. Presently, Erin is the first vice chair of the Columbia County Democratic Committee. My friend, my fellow activist, and a formidable Democratic leader, Erin Stamper. A year ago, I joined with women and our supporters around the globe, marching in the streets, vowing to make a difference. Although, like many of you, I really had no idea what that meant at the time, but I did know that I had to step outside of my comfort zone and find a way to change the terrible path that our country seems to be on. If you would have told me a year ago that I would be standing here speaking, I would not have. It just never even crossed my mind. To say this year has been tough would be a massive understatement. Who knows what horrible spasm of racism and misogyny, xenophobia, homophobia, violence, and hatred the next tweet will unleash. We've seen members of our community locked up for the color of their skin and where they were born, and we've witnessed the erosion of the fundamental rights of women to have economic control over their lives via their reproductive systems. We felt real terror that our LGBTQ loved ones will be forced into a cooler closet that's reconstructed out of the ashes of bad laws that many of us have worked so hard to change. And yet here we are, on the anniversary of a movement that has kindled the kind of community and hope that no one could have predicted. In this past year, we've also seen some of the best of us. The activism, the local engagement, the deep sense of community, and a very real national civics lesson that has inspired and driven the kind of progress that is so much bigger than this administration and all of its enablers. So many of you have found reserves of strength and fearlessness and have stepped up when you never thought you could. You've run for office, you've attended rallies, you've made phone calls, you've knocked on doors, and you've found the bravery to speak truth to power at every turn. In doing far more than we imagined we were capable of, we have planted this seed. We not only resist, but we persist. If you need inspiration, look no further than the other women speaking alongside me today, including our new coroner, Cricket Coleman. When I first started working with Cricket last year, I would not have taken any bet that she would be standing up here speaking to you today. But when she was asked to run and serve, she said yes. So many of us can relate. We've moved out of our comfort zones and we've said yes. Because when the stakes are high, that's what we do. We say yes. Today is kind of the story of yes. All of the women standing here have taken risks,
Dee Dee, Cricket, Jabeen, Kathy, Elena, all of us are here because we know that we can't accept what's happening in our country and we can't stand by. There is so much work still to be done, but it's heartening to know that women are leading the way. We're stepping up. We're telling the world that we don't vote for the politics of hate. We stand for dreamers, immigrants, the LGBTQ community, and all people of all genders, regardless of race, skin tone, religion, or any other false distinction that the politics of hate tries to use to divide us and conquer our core humanity. A year ago, I stood in a crowd of people, animated and activated, but uncertain of what the future would bring, not knowing whether we were up to the task of saving our country. But collectively, we said yes. Today, I stand up here with you, and I ask you to join me in taking yet another step outside your comfort zone. Say yes to engaging in the messed up world of electoral politics. Say yes to helping people that truly represent us win elections. Say yes to volunteering for a campaign. Say yes to volunteering for Dee Dee's campaign. There are so many levels that you can jump in here to take back our government. Stuff envelopes, carry petitions, send texts, make calls, knock doors, and most of all, run for office. This time last year, I asked myself, what can I do to make a difference? And I ended up on a totally unexpected path. Today, I ask, what will we do to make a difference? I'm on my path, kind of confident that I have no idea exactly where it's going to lead me, but those possibilities are pretty cool. We can all make a change in this world. We just have to say yes. So ask yourself what you can do to make a difference, and then join me in saying yes. Yotis, make yourself known.
Yeah.
What? Can I tell you a funny story? Our next speaker is Joyce St. George, and we've been working together for about a year. She's done a lot of work on Reclaim New York. Is everybody familiar with Reclaim New York? So, take it down, Rebecca. Yeah, exactly. John. Mr. Pig. Actually, I love pigs. Anyway, funny story about Joyce. We were organizing something, I don't remember what it was, and her early career was launched during the Serpico years, which I believe was in the 70s or something. And we're talking, and she's like, oh, Johnny, I'd love to talk some more, but I have to run out to karate. So, I mean, I had kind of an idea, ballpark, her age, and I was like, Joyce, that's amazing, you take karate? She said, oh no, I'm teaching it. So this is another very modest intro. Joyce St. George investigated corruption of police, judges, and others in New York City, so she's fearless, during the 70s, and ran an international training company that trained police and corporations on crisis and crisis management. St. George is now an activist to fight corruption and to help the poor and disenfranchised. Joyce. It looks like right now only the squares are in the restaurants because you've taken all their space. I cannot see a blank space in this park. So I've got a couple of things to say. Number one is I'd like to reframe something. Reframe means just turning things around to have a different meaning. You know how people say pro-life? I think what we're saying to them is, no, you're not. You are pro-birth. Because after that kid is born, you do not get a born. It's simple.
No, the CHIP bill should have been passed immediately. They should never have let it get to what it is now. The dreamers should have been passed immediately. They should never have let it get passed. But that's what's happening right now. Because we have an administration that is looking to change the actual form of our democracy. I'm going to be talking about that later, but I want you to think about this. We're here talking about all sorts of issues, but what we're really, when you distill it all the way down, what we're really talking about is how do we protect and save our democracy. Now, I did do a little bit of time in law enforcement. I got out, but I did a lot of corruption investigations, and it's one of the reasons why I'm so interested in Reclaim New York, because I think that they're one of the most corrupt organizations we've seen in a long time. But that's not what I want to talk about. This is going to be a hard talk for you guys, because I'm going to talk about the other side. Now, when I was investigating corruption, one of the best assets that I had, if I was investigating a dirty police officer, was a good cop. Good cops helped me turn in bad cops. You may not know that, because it was all so generalized, and it still is, but good cops helped me turn in not only bad cops, but bad judges, bad attorneys, all kinds of people who were abusing their power for their own gain. So here's where we're at right now. How many of you talk to Republicans?
I get this.
Raise your hand if you talk to Republicans. We need to talk to Republicans. Many of them are still buying the garbage. But many of them have buyer's remorse. And many of them just didn't know what to do. I know many people. I don't come from here. I come from Delaware County. Does anybody know where that is? Okay, I'm out in the boonies. I'm in farm country. And farmers mean a lot to me. We had 22 farms when I first went up there 30 years ago. Now we have 3. And we're doing everything we can to keep them alive, because farming is so important to our environment, to our lifestyles, to everything we're about. And many, not all, but many farmers are Republican. I have to talk to them. And one of the things that I've done over the years is I've learned to talk to people who disagree with me. And I can tell you right now, many people want to talk. They don't know how. Because they're hearing on Fox News and on Rush and anywhere else that as soon as you talk to a liberal or a progressive person, they're going to start going, oh, it's all that politically correct stuff. No, it's not. We have language that we believe in. Liberal is not a bad word. Progressive is not a bad word. Conservative is not a bad word. We have to go beyond the words, and we have to develop the relationships. If we could develop relationships, imagine the power that we had at that point. Imagine what we could do. There wouldn't be arguments about dreamers and DACA and all the other things that we're arguing with. If we could get us together, none of us agree on what the basic issues are, then we disagree. But when I hear pro-choice and pro-life, I need to reframe things, because we need to have choices. But what I hear with the pro-life is that it's pro-birth. So I beg you, next time somebody talks about pro-life, say, oh, I'm sorry, are you talking about pro-birth? Oh, pro-birth, you're a pro-birther. Okay, I got it. Because you don't care what happens when they're born. So those are the messages I want to give. We need to embrace other people who are different from us. And I'm not talking about diversity. I'm half Puerto Rican. And I lived in New York City housing projects. I know diversity. What I'm talking about in terms of the diversity of today is political persuasion, political perspective. And we need to find ways of breaking some of those barriers that we have so that we can engage people and make this park even more crowded next year. The last thing I want to say is thank you to the men who are here. You guys rock! My husband couldn't be here, but he is a retired military guy. He was Army for 23 years. He was in private security. If there's anybody who should be so far to the right, it would be him. But he's a feminist. Yeah. He's a humanist. Yeah. He and I run a food pantry. He and I worked together doing conflict resolution for 35 years. So we have to know something about conflict if we've been doing that together and we're still married. But I just applaud the men who are willing to step up here and support us. When I first married my husband, everybody wanted me to change my name to his. And I never saw the sense in it. It just always baffled me. Why would I change my name? He's not changing his. Why am I changing mine? So I didn't. And he got a lot of crap from his army buddies about it. Let me tell you, they used to call me a liberal, all this other stuff. And they used to just nail him. But I can tell you he's the strongest man I know because he marches with us. And he supports what I'm doing. And I think every man who's here, you guys rock. Thank you all. We'll see you later. We're marching. I need to find the Hudson Dusters and Christine Biggers. We're gonna march. Okay, thanks everybody. We're gonna go straight down. We're gonna line up behind the Tin Horn Band, and the handmaids will be behind the
Something showed This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like.
That's really the plan.
Ask for it. It's fun. Temperature. Yes. The water. Yeah. So I was actually heating up. I know it's great.
That's lost like an hour. Maybe 2 hours.
I don't know. Oh, let's see.
Yeah. Well, I can stand a lot. These guys, they're like
Fish is not. I feel like I mean, it's right. That's my
Regular if you've been in the Marines, mom is
I know it.
shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. We'll walk hand in hand. We'll walk hand in hand. We'll walk hand in hand someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. We are not afraid. We are not